Good morning. This is the Dr. J.R. Dixon Self-Help Channel, and I'd like to welcome you to this session of the Dixon Self-Help Channel. It's Saturday morning, about 11 o'clock. Amen, and we're glad to be here with you today. Today, we're going to continue with our series of the black neighborhood, but this time we're going to use as a subtopic, which is still in the same family of these videos. We're going to talk about the black position as regarding the Constitution of the United States. Now, I want to begin again, recap some of the things I said earlier about the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the penny. You notice the heads of all the presidents are turned the same way, except Lincoln. Lincoln had his back to him because they said he turned his back on his people. And by freeing the slaves, they say he was a turncoat. So they turned him on when it came to pressing the money, which was by the United States Mint. And you make your own conclusion on that. They turned their backs on him and put him on the lowest denomination of money. That is not that a form of bigotry and racism. And like last night, I started to tell y'all about the billiards. You know, the balls on the table, different colored balls, and all run off the table by the white ball. Again, I told you they would put things out there, and we think it's a joke, we laugh about it, we talk about it, but it's a true frame of mind. And it's a billiard game. To them it's a game. To us it's a game, but it's not a game. It is a verbal statement. Now, I said this to say this. As regard to the United States Constitution, this is also very controversial. I want to tell you that right now. And you don't have to agree, but I ask you to listen and take this as food for thought, for discussion maybe at a later time, or debate. Amen. As long as we keep it clean, I would debate anyone on these things at any time. Okay. We are protected by the Constitution. We have amendments in it to guarantee us certain freedoms and liberties and all of that. But we must go back to the original fathers' intentions when they wrote it. The Supreme Court justices, they've got everything is all out of whack. One generation said this is the law. The next generation comes out of the Supreme Court just interpret it a different way. So we got interpretations on top of interpretations on top of interpretations. So, and we go along with that. To me, that therefore gives me the right to put my interpretation out there. Of course, mine is not binding. It's food for thought for the thinkers. And I'm talking to the thinking people. Actually, these videos are directed to the people that have logic and reasoning and use logic and reasoning. Those the buffoons that the shucking and jiving and laughing and going with other men's wives and the 6, 7 girlfriends and stuff like that. They're partying at the club. You and I probably won't have much in common. But if I can wake you up just a little bit, so you start looking and listening to this, then I have I see progress and hope for the race. Now, when the founding fathers, let me get right to this. When the founding fathers drafted this document, the question you must ask, and you must be objective at all times, what was their mindset as regarding the slaves? Because when we drew up, we were slaves. We were under slavery. Even George Washington and most of the founding fathers had slaves. They had sex with slaves. They had children by their slave mistresses. And they're still around, some of them today. That's right. But when they drafted this Constitution, And this is a big argument. I mean, the Black Caucus and the NAACP and probably the Black Urban League and different one probably will disagree with me on this. But when they drafted that slave man, look, but they weren't thinking about us. They weren't thinking about us. They really weren't. They weren't thinking about us. They were thinking about the white man. And again, this is no offense to the white people today. Please don't think I'm a racist, because I'm not that. I'm a realist. I am a realist, of the purest kind and of the first magnitude. I just want to let you know that I'm not your enemy, but I can be your friend, and we can sit down and talk about all this, and not get mad. At least I have full control of myself. I have mastered myself. Like I told you, I had a doctorate in metaphysics, and I've learned to master my emotion. My basic emotions. The longer you don't put your hand on me. You put your hand on me anyway. Okay. So they were not, in my opinion, they were not thinking about us. So then what did that mean? It means then, that's why they treated us like they did. See, you interpret the Constitution or the mindset by how they handled the blacks, the Negroes. And they handled us as chattel. They all the while chattel. It was only when they saw it profitable and more economical. See, the thing about the North and the South, let me give you a historic perspective on that. See, it has always been the bottom line about $1. See, when the North thing began to industrialize and they started getting factories and things like that, those same carpetbaggers and same ones, yes, I thank God for them, because it did help us to get out of that. They saw a potential abundance of labor in the slaves. See, it's always been over us. Everybody's fussing over us. Well, not now, but then that's what it was. That was the essential core. See, the North wanted to take that cheap labor themselves. Yes, they were. And the South wanted to keep that cheap labor for themselves. And the slaves are caught in the middle. They want to get away. Thank God for Harriet Tubman and these other strong women, the Underground Railroad and the undercover migration, getting the slaves out to the North for a better life and a better future. And it happened. See, it happened. But that's really what it was all about. I mean, it's giving it to you. This is a nutshell introduction. You know, just a nutshell. And to give you a basic understanding of this North and South thing. I again had the money on the table again. I don't have a pool sticks and nothing like that, but you know all about the colors and ball. The white ball always runs all the other balls off. And the last ball that closed the game and win the game, that gets runs off. And you can't run this one off until the last ball standing. The black ball. I want to ponder on that in your own mind and see what you can come up with. Ask them questions of discovery that I taught you about, the why, the what, the who, and the when. See, apply it to it and come up with an answer. And I'm trying to stimulate the thinking process. So there's an ongoing debate then between over labor. Over labor. Some folk will disagree and say, no, it won't that. Those folk cared about it. Yeah, they did care. They cared about themselves more though. See, it was a win-win for the North. So when Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and against even some of his cabinets, against all their objections, and he done it anyway, executive order and executive power and privilege, signed it into law, and he's also signed his own death warrant. See, now so yes, it came into law, but the mindset of those at that time never changed, and that through history has not changed. Yes, it has for the bigger part. So they got the labor, they didn't get the labor, but look, it ensued in the Civil War. Civil War, a civil war. Notice this, a civil war. Listen to the title. The English major, listen, a civil war. Now, when O.J. Simpson won the criminal trial, but he lost the civil trial. Think about it. He won this criminal, but he lost the civil. In God we trust. A civil war. I'm trying to give you a new perspective. They're telling you all the while. But you know what? We've been brainwashed. We've been rendered unconscious. And we don't understand that what he's really talking about, money. That's what that war was all about. The control of this cheap labor. See? The control of the cheap labor. Okay, I think I put enough out there on that. I'll come back later another day and give you more. Alright. So the Civil War split the country in half. So they were able to patch it back up. The United States just patched it back up in the physical sense. But in a mental sense and in a passionate or intimate sense, inward sense, no. Those people carried the scars of that and they never got over it. Never got over it. The hence funds, then it migrates, so it metamorphoses, it evolves into another form. See, but it was the same beast, another form, to propagate this mindset that we are chattel and no more. Hence the Jim Crow laws. See, this is in the United States, y'all. Think. The Jim Crow laws. We free, but then the Jim Crow laws are instituted. They were passed. See, the mindset. See, and they got to go along. That's why all of them looking the same way. See, and they never have corporatized any more money like that. Don't tell you something, because listen, DNC, RNC, they're all the same. They're all the same. See. And it's aimed at us. How they done it now? Yes, we got a lot of stimulus packages and a lot of help and support them down through the years. There come up with different social programs, things like that were given to us. You know, to calm us down, passionate. They had to calm us down. Hence came Garvey. Oh, stirred up a storm of mental stimulus. Hence come Elijah Muhammad. Oh, another storm. Hence come Malcolm, as he kind of come. Then the Black Panthers, and so they had to calm this thing down. Again, there's a negotiation. See, there's a negotiation. Hence come Martin Luther King. He's a great man and everything, but again, and I know y'all not going to agree with this. I know you ain't, but it's okay. Food for thought, and that kind of calm us down. See, they always got to have someone to calm us down, But see, it backfires sometimes. King gained too much power and too much influence, and he could, like Malcolm, when Malcolm did the famous thing I said, the jail precinct, and he told all them black folk, calm down, raise their finger, like that, and then they heard the finger said, like that, and they turned. The police officer, captain, I believe, was Sergeant One, said, that's too much power for any one man. Hence his demise. See, it always the conquer and divide thing, and the accusation they say Muslim, they say the FBI did, and we know it was a conspiracy, and everybody's hands were kind of dirty. Fingerprints of all types are in there. See, but they didn't have no records, no proof. But you can reach your own conclusion. So they calm them down, and since they always have to have a leader, someone to calm them down, to keep them calm, and tell them that it's going to get better, that a change going to come. And thank God that Marvin Gaye came out and said a change going to come. The Bone by a River, them songs, they were timeless songs. A change going to come. A change. We won't change. Because we had never had it, y'all. Yeah, we had a better lifestyle given to us, granted to us, but in the mindset, we still cheap labor. So hence come the labor war, the unions, and all these different things up north. A thing to keep us from going back down south, see, and everything. So I want y'all to understand this here, that it is, they didn't think about us. The amendments was when they started giving a little. They had to give a little bit of something. It was a turbulent time. You got Malcolm X out there, man. It was a turbulent time. The Garvey were waking up folks, and they want to go back to Africa. Turbulent time. So they started giving us a little bit of Tootsie Rolls and break them off a little something, a sucker or a lollipop or a pacifier. you know, things like that. They put a little sugar tip in the mouth, keep them calm them Negroes down. See, and it was able to go through. We got the Nobel Peace Laureate black for the first time. Dr. King, and that calmed us down. That made us happy. We got voting privilege and everything. But what y'all fail to realize, I asked y'all to do this. The only reason we got the voting right passed, no, it had nothing to do with the Million Man March. Not really. See, you know what it was? The gays. That's right. The gay folks helped us to get that passed. See, you need to read, see the documentary about the Stonewall Uprising. Stonewall Uprising hadn't been for no gays, because at that time the law was strictly against a gay. There were plenty of gay folk then, just like in now, but they went undercover. So what they saw then, they said, if the only way we can get this thing to work, we got to get with the blacks. They united with us. They were there, and they were judges, they were lawyers, they were educated people. The 10% I'm talking about, most of these folks were highly educated. So they joined ranks with the blacks. They come out and supported us, and by virtue of them having them, the bill was passed. Too much pressure. You put enough pressure on a pipe, it'll burst. And with those gays, it passed. So that's why when the folks say, look at the civil rights thing, first thing they think about the black. No, man. It's much broader. You understand it now, but I know it's probably not your fault because you don't read. Go and get the documentary about the Stonewall Uprising, and you will see that if it hadn't been for those gay folk, and y'all hate them today, you hate gays, but if it hadn't been for them, guess what? We would still been like chattel. See? So it swung the tide. It swung the tide, and things worked out a whole lot better for us. Today, I thank you for tuning in. I hope that I've said something somebody thought. We will be back with further videos of this kind. Tell your friends and everyone to come and take a look at, share it with people, the thinkers, the degreed folk. I'm not discriminating, but I want free people to think. I'm trying to stimulate the thought, thinking processes. So you thought the read more. Knowledge is power. See, stop reacting. See, the problem with us, we thought our flesh get a ride, we're able to cuss and fight and do all that crazy stuff. See, like an animal. Stop acting like an animal, start acting like a man. Stop acting like a woman. See, and the twisting of the neck and all this gyration and things like that, we need to stop that and become sensible men and women of substance. This is the Dr. Dixon, J.R. Dixon's self-help channel. Tuning off until the next scheduled time. Have a great day.